Welcome to the R3 Network Interview Corner Episode 3. My name is Ryan Praser, and we are here to be introducing you to new and upcoming talent, sharing new ideas and projects, as well as explaining art from the artists themselves. Now, one of these artists is here with us today. Well, introduce yourself, my friend.
Ciao guys, my name is Dušan Marko, or as my stage name is M-A-R-C-O, like a Marco.
Lil Marco.
Lil Marco, that's my street name.
Marky Marco.
Yeah, I do music, I do music.
What exactly do you do with music? Like you play solo?
Oh, I do play solo, I do play with a band, I produce vocals, I write some music, write some lyrics, play a few instruments. That's what I do.
Which instruments do you play then, bro?
I love guitar. I'm really obsessed with drumming.
Like, do you drum with the band? Have you drummed in anything?
I do drum with percussions, like
cajon
and stuff.
Okay, cool.
Cajon and singing, that's my thing. I think even better than guitar and singing, which is kind of interesting.
So you say you do that better than you sing?
It works better because it's kind of automatized.
Yeah. It's just rhythm, your body's feeling it, right?
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this? How long have you been in the industry, creating art, music, all of this?
Let's say 10 years. Look, I came to Prague, study music.
Yeah.
I came to study acting, singing, dancing, and then I continued with jazz vocals.
Okay. So, like, what does a jazz vocalist entail? Why is it different to any other music, like vocalist, a contemporary, or an independent artist?
Studying jazz is kind of opening you a new view. You are seeing those things like from above, kind of. It helps me a lot, like knowing a little bit of jazz harmony. Gives me more freedom and knowledge about vocal producing, like harmony producing and stuff. This is what I love the most. Like, you know, you have the line, the main line, and then you just like put harmonies into it, and you just like
you turn it into something bigger, and it
the
feels
sound
more. Yeah. Amazing. So, like, excuse me, like, are you self-taught? Before that, did you play something before you went to jazz school, like to music school? Or like, did you just decide, like, this is what I want to do, I'm going to go to study and I'm going to go and do music?
I think my singing and all the talent came from since my mother was singing me lullabies.
That's cute.
And when I was like 4, this is my first memory of my mom singing like really closely to my ear lullabies and stuff. So I guess that's where it came from. And since I was a little kid, you know, I played violin, I played classical guitar.
So you've done a bit of everything.
You've
got some music theory knowledge as well then behind you.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I'm saying, it's cool. They taught us all about theory.
Everything. All right. So let's talk about what you've done recently. You just released an album for your solo project it's Dušan Marko that we're calling the artist package. Yeah.
Let's say that's me, yeah.
Yeah, Dušan Marko.
My solo album is released under Marko,
Marko,
with a C.
Okay, cool. And what's it called? What's on it?
It's called Giving Me Life. It's like a combination of. I was working on it with my friend and great producer Tomáš Jochman. He was telling me to put. We were putting stuff together. We were working on basically what I was doing. Was writing lyrics and main vocal melodies, and then we were putting it together, the whole arrangement, we were producing it together, and now it's out. It's my first album, like...
first album, debut album.
The debut, yeah, and I would like to grow. I think I'm still gonna grow.
Tell us a little bit about what's on there. What does it feel like? What's the idea behind the album? Like, Giving Me Life. So, what's on there that gave you life?
it's the art that I'm doing.
Yeah, it's the process of doing it itself that's giving you life. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
talking
it's like a healing power, you know. Like for me, singing or for me producing something and working on something is like it's like a process of knowing yourself, and then afterwards, when you sing it, you know, sometimes you don't feel good, sometimes you just like you have a bad day, but when you get on stage and when you sing, it heals you basically. Like this voice kind of vibrates your body, and suddenly you're a brand new person when you come off the stage before you get on.
It's weird, right?
So
it's a weird buzz that you can't really explain, right?
Yeah,
Performing
exactly.
and creating something. So we talked about the album, and you said you're in a band. Now, I know this band. They're called Support Lesbiens. Now, you can find them on Support Lesbiens on the internet, I'm sure. What's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc.?
Support Lesbiens with a E.
Yeah, Lesbiens.
Yes, yeah,
Lesbiens.
exactly. Yeah.
Talk to us about the name. Come on, give us the lowdown.
It was just by accident. It was came up by accident, basically. The guys were rehearsing, and they didn't have name yet. And they were rehearsing, and there was 2 stickers on the drums.
Right.
And one of the stickers says Nazis, and the second one was Support Lesbiens. And they were like, okay, fuck Nazis is pretty rough. Yeah. So let's just be called Support Lesbiens. Why not?
So it's from a sticker on an amp, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. And you guys have had some radio time. Now, you guys are being played on some like Czech radio, Evropa 2, and some other places. Like, how does that sort of stuff happen? Is it like just knowing people? Is it an agent? Do you do it yourself?
Well, we have a professional management,
Right.
and our management has like experience in business for 20 years.
They handle it all for you and just manage to get you the opportunities.
Yeah, I think it's about how it fits into the playlist or set list of radios, how they like it or not, how people like it or not. It's about connections as well.
True. Like, so something I've been talking about with other people is like the oversaturation of the music industry especially. So there's a lot of music there, but there's only a fraction of it that breaches through. And then when there is some mainstream music that gets played 30 or 40 times a day, that's taking up 28 slots of somebody else's song that could be playing. Someone like Support Lesbiens. So how do independent artists kind of break that thing? How would you say that we could get through that stagnation of all of the pop shit? Like that. Let's just call it what it is. Pop shit. Yeah. Let's hear some real artists. How do we get that to happen on the mainstream? What's your ideas on that?
Mainstream radios. They want to play just mainstream music though, and they don't want to change it because it's they want to please
The masses.
The masses. Yeah,
As
exactly.
many people as possible with as little effort as possible.
That's true. Yeah, exactly.
So
they should try as hard as they can. Find contacts, see people, appear on right places, just get those connections.
Yeah.
But I mean, the music needs to fit to the set list of radios.
Yeah, you have to approach the right people. You have to find your audience first, I guess. So it's not necessarily just about mainstream radio. It's about finding the right radio station or the right channel for you. Okay. So you talked a little bit about producing too. What did you do in terms of learning how to produce? How did you teach yourself? Or did you have someone show you the ropes and then go from there?
We're talking about technical stuff? Or
Yeah,
we're
like
talking
technical
about...
stuff. I'm talking about like mixing, mastering, setting up stage and equipment, stuff like this.
Just quickly, my story when I was a kid.
Don't need to be quick. Tell us your story, bro. That's what it's here for.
I had this, when I was like 14, 15, I had this double-deck cassette player.
Okay.
When you can plug your microphone in.
Okay.
So I found out that you can record with your mic guitar and singing at once. Then you can put from the deck where you recorded it to the deck A, and to deck B you put blank cassette.
And
Then you play it,
start again.
and you can start again recording the harmonies to it. You know, so
you had your own looped cassette.
Right. So I find out you can record 2 tracks on the cassette player, 2-deck cassette player. But then I got my first Mac, so I got my first GarageBand because Mac was going with GarageBand. Easy recording tool. And I was just like recording the guitar. I started to record like different tracks. I was actually learning by myself because I was very enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, it's your passion. You get into it and you get into it. The same with the editing, yeah.
Yeah. It's like when you have passion in something, anything is possible. So
you just spent some time with it and taught yourself how to mix and produce yourself.
Exactly. Like about delays, about reverbs, about compressors, how to put it together nicely. And then I got myself Logic, and now I'm doing like more serious stuff.
And that's your program of choice now, Logic, then? Yeah. So like, if, for example, when we get the R3 space running, you want to come down, would you be able to show some people how to use Logic?
I would be happy to show.
Perfect. And not just in English, but in Slovakian and Czech, maybe?
That's true.
Yeah, perfect. This is what we're doing. Reap the rewards. Now, we talked about you being self-taught-ish, going to jazz school, stuff like this. What else would you say has helped you? What tools have really boosted you to get to where you are? Because you're playing some good festivals, you have some good bands, some good contacts. You told me recently that you're going to be playing some 4,000, 5,000 festivals in Moravia area. What sort of things could you say to someone maybe a year before you? Like if you were a year ago talking to Dušan, what would you say to him?
Just be more persistent and don't party so much. But
it's Prague, it happens.
No, I would say something. No, a year ago, I was already doing a year ago what I'm doing now. But let's say 10 years ago, when I came to school, I was kind of naive. I was just a small boy in a big town.
I'm just a small boy.
I need no sympathy. And I just met right musicians, and I got tutors, I got like my teachers and stuff, but 95% what I learned was from live performing, and the people I met, I met really skilled people who I started to play with, and they taught me how to not speeding up or slowing down on drumming.
Keep your rhythm, yeah.
Keep my rhythm like solid. How to accompany myself on the guitar with the band, how to be exact with phrasing, how to be singing in the key, like everything.
So basically, your skills come from a collection of the community skills that you've met and integrated.
Exactly. You need to play with people who lead your way a little, like your individuality, but still, when you play with some people and see the different people point of views, it will opens your up a little more.
Okay, so we're talking about the communities and stuff, and there is going to be an R3 bar opening very soon, and the bar has a new idea. Okay, so we have a system where you will earn respect points every time you enter the bar, use the services of the studio downstairs or the rehearsal space. You come and earn some respect, and then you reap the rewards later on. With these points that you're accumulating, you can come down, you can spend some points on like stands, some strings, some mastering time, maybe a session with you if you want to, or vocal coaching sessions, anything like this. Mm-hmm. So those are the sort of things that I'm looking to bring with the new ideas for the Reaper projects. But how can what other things would you like to see there? So it's a creative space, it's a workshop, you earn the respect points. What do you want to spend those points on to get you, Dušan Marko, to the next stage? What is the equipment or the promotion? What is the one thing that's going to take you to the next level, in your opinion?
To be honest, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's up. I will go with the flow, and I will.
I'm talking generally, like for you as a musician, as an artist, and you found this space, this workshop that I'm going to be making for you. You come in and you're like, hey Ryan, we need this because I need to get to this stage by next year. Yeah, I think it's time for me to move on and upwards with my career, and I need some. What is it? What is it that you need?
Maybe workshops from the foreign artists. Maybe
Foreign
that
artists?
you would like.
International contacts, you mean?
Maybe you just like invite some killer drummer players or singers for the workshop for us.
So basically the continuation of this community idea, that's what you think you need
Yeah,
to go.
can grow.
Yeah, perfect. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to do it with your help, bro. Now, everything we've talked about with your album, with the Support Lesbiens, it's all been like just upward trajectory, completely progress from you. Yeah, you're continuing to move forward. Is there any times where it hasn't been that way, where you kind of felt down, and like you say, maybe you partied too much or something, and you have no motivation for the thing that you love, the passion?
It is right now. Like I have sometimes, it's always ups and downs. I don't know. I don't have my middle state. I'm always like super on the top or down. But what it takes to writing, I need something that kicks me a little, and I don't know how to start from scratch. It always helps me when I hear a beat. Someone gives me a beat, then I can continue nicely, and I right away hear what I would sing here, what I would do that. But starting from scratch is very hard for me.
Yeah. So there is no starting from scratch, I don't think. Not really, because there's no idea that's not been done before. So with that, you can sort of relax yourself, take a minute and be like, right, this idea has been done before, but it hasn't been presented in this way before. So maybe you just start with an old beat. Maybe you start with an old song, a sample, something like this. You know? Mm-hmm. That could be the next step for you, maybe. But what about for other people?
For other people, you mean what?
Like other people getting to the next stage, talking about like, how do I put it? The resources that generally you see in the music scene that people do not have enough of. So you've played with a lot of people, you've got this community of musicians that you've worked with in the past. What is it that they have needed and hasn't been available or easily accessible? So, just some comments, because you've been around for a long time, man. Like, you've got a very good scope of the business, I feel, and the industry and artists in general. So,
coaching time and good equipment.
Coaching time, good equipment, and learning how to use the equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elaborate. Like, give me some examples. Where someone hasn't been coached enough, or
I don't know. For example, here, I've been coaching a few people recently, and mostly singers. They don't have no one is teaching singers here how to phrase.
Okay.
Everyone is trying to hit high notes. Everyone is trying to like do crazy stuff, but no one is really focusing on phrasing and just like rhythmic patterns in your singing. That's what I find important for someone to tell.
So like
people.
Giving a different melody and a different feel to the song, like even if it's to the same chords we've heard a million times, you know, you have to give the pattern, the rhythm, a different something.
And the thing that helped me a lot is to realize like this motto, like sing how you speak. It's not about, because you're basically speaking. You should be using your voice,
natural voice,
like your natural voice, because so many people have tendency to like putting. I'm talking like this, so I'm gonna talk about. I'm talking like this, blah blah. Fly me to the moon. And some people are putting their voices somewhere like they've been told to sing, and they are singing like, fly me to the moon and let me play among the. You know, they are not using.
They try and add something else.
They are different people all of a sudden, and it's like singing is not about. Singing is about your natural
connection with yourself.
Yeah, exactly, and who you are, not someone else. And many people like become someone else when they sing.
It should be all about connecting with yourself, so that the audience can connect with you, right? Like, if you're not enjoying yourself, if you're not presenting yourself in a way that you feel comfortable, everyone's going to feel that on that stage. Everyone's going to see that from the audience, right?
I don't know. Some people are confident.
But with the wrong abilities or wrong skills, is that what you mean?
I would love to have their confidence, though.
Yeah. But that's it. Maybe they just never had somebody to show them the way, you know. That's something that we want to work on with with R3 Project.
Exactly.
But thank you for your time, Dušan. It's been a great chat. Is there anything you want to plug apart from the album, Support Lesbiens, the album Giving Me Life?
Please listen to my stuff. It's
Please.
lovely.
It's very good.
For my solo album, I love the song Surprises.
Surprises?
From House to Home and On the Surface.
Okay, I'll put them up on the screen right now. You should be able to see them. I'll put some links in the description.
Support Lesbiens, just find us on Spotify. We play some solid rock. You can see us on some festivals and in Prague. Come to see us, and thank you for having me.
It's all right, man. Thank you very much, Dušan. Good luck, man. All the links will be in the description below, and thank you very much for watching. We'll be back very soon with some more concepts and more videos. But that is respect.